kitchen, and it's time for us to have our what's up and about conversation.
Earlier, we didn't get to talk about what happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
So yesterday was my man's birthday.
Oh.
It's super special. I just want to give a shout out to him, Anthony Ashiwe. That's Anthony Azunda Ashiwe. I love you so much. Thank you for being so amazing.
Happy birthday.
You called his name.
Happy birthday.
You're surprised.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
Next year.
I'm blown away. Like, surprise is an understatement. But yes, happy birthday.
Yeah.
May 7th, right? I think I know a number of people. There were I saw like 3-4 people in my timeline and all of that. And happy birthday.
Yes, sir.
All of them. For me, I was just, for me, of course, Saturday was work. And Sunday, I had 1 or 2 visitors. But the one that really got to me was I feel like I wanted to hail the pilot that crash landed that Max aircraft. Okay. And kudos. I mean, it could have gone south. So I think these kind of issues, when things happen like this, we should give kudos to them. They've done quite well. Yeah. I remember, I think a story was of Kiyosaki when he said when they were learning how to fly, that they had to practice crash landing. So this was good. There were no casualties.
Thankfully.
You know, the tire burst, and it was good. Thankfully.
Yeah.
So that made my weekend.
So over the weekend for me, I was basically on a WhatsApp call with my mom. She was at home, and I was in my house, and we were both in front of our TVs watching the coronation.
Oh, so the conversation was centered around the coronation.
We were on the phone throughout watching history
You guys lived in England for a while, so it's understandable that you'd be really interested in that.
Well, funny enough, it is a significant point in history for quite a lot of people, especially those who believe that they lived to a time where they could see it happen. The last coronation that happened in the UK was in 1953.
Way before most of us were born.
Exactly. So for it to happen, it happened in a time of technology, broadcasting, and everything being a lot larger than life, and we were able to see everything from when they left Buckingham
on a
Palace
lighter
all
note,
the way. Yeah.
When you said that technology,
I
don't know, Mike, do you remember this voice that used to record almost everything? I think a BBC voice. And then the coronation is going on.
Yeah,
do you remember that voice on black and white TV back then?
That's a nice catapult.
I just only remember the voice.
That's how it was. They used to narrate it, and I think there was a narrator again,
For me,
But I wanted to talk a little bit about how much the crown jewels are actually worth. Apparently the crown jewels, that scepter that he was holding, the one on there, everything about $6 billion.
Where are those jewels from? That's the question.
They're
That's why I
all-
don't care about the worth. Where are they from?
So
They're from
there are
different
actually many
places.
places they are from.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the one on the throne, there was
the crown.
one before it was returned to Scotland.
Okay.
Was actually seized from Scotland.
Yeah.
It was
Yes,
what?
at some point. It's called the Stone of Destiny.
That's not the S word you want to use.
Well,
I think there's another S word you want to use.
stolen.
Oh, ha! You got it.
No, it was seized. It was after a war, but it was given back in 1992 or thereabouts. So, why are you going
So
down? Are you
we're
trying
talking about so many jewels. Like, I'm talking about 333 diamonds, 31 rubies, 15 emeralds, 7 sapphires, and the Great Star of Africa. That's the biggest diamond known to man now.
How did it get there? Why? The reason why I and a lot of people are not excited is that when they see that thing, they see atrocities, they see stealing, they see looting, and like you said, it's from everywhere. Which of those diamonds and jewels are theirs?
Okay, for me,
the biggest,
it's culture.
The biggest one for me had to be. I didn't watch it live, but just later on this morning, I saw Tiwa Savage's performance, and this is the reason. As an aficionado of classical music, I loved the array, the way the eclectic mix of classical and Afrobeat. I saw a talking drum, a cello, and
experiencing Tiwa Savage as a performer. Amazing.
In spite of my reservations about everything, but that was a goosebump moment for me.
Yeah.
Because music is a universal language. Almost like what they say about football. You don't need to talk.
Yes.
You can hear salsa music and move.
Sure.
So
you don't have to be understood.
Afrobeat as it is, as it's taken. So when I saw, you need to see the royal band, as it were, and then the talking drum.
It was amazing.
Came together.
Oh gosh, as you
The
say,
name of the song,
You know, and
Keys to the Kingdom,
so
very apt.
and I think so I was wondering when I heard the performance rosters, Whitey
Yeah.
versus Savage. When I heard the song she performed,
You understood
now I
better. It's
understood
about
Whitey
about
and
royalty
Savage.
and all.
So the mix was I heard it. I just played the intro over and over again. I would listen to that intro. That was beautiful.
So I watched the entire affair because beyond the procession, even the coronation itself in the cathedral and everything, because I was on radio at that time, so we had our TV tuned into it. And I'm going to admit that I found it really captivating. I saw some things online, like people saying that the reason the Queen consort was doing like this was because Diana was
pressing her head.
And I was like, Nigerians. So really, there
Side
so
chick
many
was
angles.
trending.
Side chick
Yeah,
was
side chick
trending.
was trending
And
as well.
the Side Chick Association also released
come
a
on,
video
guys.
saying that, look, man, you never know. Just keep on side chicking.
Wow.
You might just get the top spot.
What
Yes,
do you call
I'm
it?
trending.
Side chick association.
Yeah, Side Chick Association. They were, you just keep on side chicking. And that's the reason why a lot of people, or some set of people, had reservations, of course. They didn't like the idea that.
There were protesters.
You know.
There were,
outside.
there were
Yeah,
protesters.
they were
People being
arrested.
Not my
arrested.
king.
But for me, the highlight was when the king himself said, "This is boring."
Wow.
Yes, a lot of the procession. And because it is traditional and all of that, a lot of the
It has to be
procession,
done.
Yeah.
look at like, oh, this is boring.
Now,
He
you
actually
mentioned
did say
something
it.
just now. Tradition.
Yes.
So locally, we tend to ignore certain things that are our tradition. We look at it
Exactly.
as archaic, as unnecessary,
Yep.
irrelevant. This is modern times. And then you watch people who are still following the tradition. Like the Queen's funeral, where 142 sailors had to, tow the casket. And there's a story behind it. Do you know the story behind it? No. Even locally, do you know the story behind so many things that
They
happen?
know the story more of that
Of that
than
one, that even the
Let me tell
things
you.
happening here. And that's
The
the
Argungu
problem.
Fishing Festival, the Eyo Festival.
all of them.
There's quite a lot. I grew up in South, New Yam Festival.
Yeah.
In the South, I remember then when masquerades come out to perform. You understand? It was beautiful for us because these were things that represent us. You might want to, this will take us into a lot of things, but you have to understand that, yes, the roots, what tie people to who they are, when they are being celebrated, it is something worth.
And I detest the fact that when people are talking about their traditions and how passionate they are about it, there are certain people who go, please, we are beyond that, it's in the past. Listen, it was not in the past when it was happening over the weekend. If you like, sleep on your own tradition.
Yeah.
A person without culture or tradition is a nobody.
Titi,
So there was a goat.
That's a
There was a goat.
They play song
that
for you,
was
Titi.
there.
Which goat?
There was a goat. There was a royal goat.
They should have cut it as soon. That got to be sweet.
Please, at this point, we have to take a break because I don't know where Mike is carrying us go.
Wow.
Let's take this break. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria.